Today we have a malicious compliance story that faces the age-old toilet seat argument. We'll get into that in a bit, but first, 3 large ice waters please. I've been working at a local Safeway store for a little over 8 months. Inside the Safeway we have a Starbucks as soon as you walk in. I walk about 40 minutes to said Safeway every morning and every night. After my first week, I started to get an ice water once a day from the Starbucks since no water was provided in the employee break room. Most of the workers at the Starbucks are kind and don't mind. Others are clearly annoyed so much that they complain to the manager, causing her to print out a new policy effective immediately. When on the clock, workers must pay 25 cents when requesting a water of any size at Starbucks. This is to cover the cost of the cup, not for the water. A water bottle may be filled free of charge. I asked if it was alright if we brought our water bottles to fill up because I wanted to confirm. It was confirmed that any water bottle would do, so I bought a new water bottle and started having that filled. Everything was going well after 2 months until one annoyed barista decided no more. She told me not to fill up my water bottle here anymore. I was confused and asked what's the problem. She said that everyone here is annoyed having to fill up your water every day and that you never buy anything. I was stunned and said, alright then, sorry to bother and have a nice day. Cue malicious compliance. Don't want to fill up my water, huh? Alright then. So now, every time before I clock in, I ask for 3 large ice waters. I don't care if they have a line or not. They can't refuse me. They can't charge me because I'm off the clock and I'm a customer who is rather thirsty. I do this 3 times a day and share the waters with some of my fellow coworkers. It's been months now and they've asked me to stop, but I won't. I made sure previously to wait until your line wasn't busy, that I did it once a day, that I asked how your day was. I just wanted some water, Linda, while I'm sweating and busting my butt. I'm sorry if I disturbed your samples of drinks you have numerous times a day. Isn't this something that they're actually supposed to provide? Or am I wrong? If the employees want to keep complaining, maybe this is something you should go over the employee's head about and just complain. They already clearly don't like you, so it can't get much worse than that. Also, hi, I'm Steven, and if you guys enjoy awesome stories of malicious compliance, why not hit those like and subscribe buttons down below? That said, our next story is, whose tide are you on? Backstory, I, 38-year-old female, started dating this man, 49-year-old male, a few months back, and things are going well. He is, in my opinion, one to keep, but does live with his parents. Now, in his defense, he's lived with them for the last 10 years to help them, as they're getting older and he needed the company after losing his previous wife and child. So I don't count this on against him, as it's situational. Now, his mother, who he warned me was pretty rotten, his words not mine, and overall not great or welcoming, fine by me. I don't date her, so I'll remain civil, use manners, and overall be kind out of respect for him. I've been to his place several times, multiple times a week. I stay there with him half the time, and in all the time I've been coming or going, his mother refuses to meet me personally. Other than that, she's been fine, and not bothered me or us at all. Her excuse has been that she doesn't want to meet any new girlfriends after the one he had about 3 years ago. Only recently the tides, pardon the pun, beginning to turn, as she's asked multiple times if I was coming out to the kitchen to sit, or if I wanted to join them for dinner at the table. He had denied the request for me, telling her I didn't want to and that she would need to personally come invite me for dinner. After all the fuss she made in previous months, I found her petty behavior fascinating, and have tried to not let it bother me and went about things as normally as possible. That seems to be working for now. Now to the malicious compliance, which could be the pettiest thing I've seen in a long time, maybe ever, and I can't help but laugh at it. I can't even be mad at it. So while I was there a few nights ago, I had a few things dirty and I threw them in the laundry to all be washed. All items right side out and facing the correct direction. He's told me she loves doing laundry, so it wasn't a problem. He also mentioned in passing that she was upset once and she brought his clean clothes hung up and folded but all inside out, because that's how she got them. But he insisted they weren't inside out at all when going into the laundry hamper. So he wore the shirt inside out all day just to mess with her, which it did. And their laundry war was over. Fast forward to today and he grabbed the 4 items of mine that had been in the hamper, all folded and hung up neatly ironed and everything. But all 4 pieces of clothing inside out. And I am 100% certain nothing was placed in the hamper inside out. She has purposely turned all of my clothes inside out before returning them clean. She has complied to the letter, but not in the spirit of the request. And you already know if you raised any kind of complaint about it, she would gaslight you and say, "No, that's how I got everything." Trust me, they were all like that in there. Sorry, but what do you want me to do, unfold them for you? No, mother-in-law. Our next story is, can't eat my cake in the living room? This is just a cute little thing my 4-year-old did last night. We were having dinner and dessert afterwards. We always eat dinner together in the kitchen, but for some reason he wanted to eat his cupcake in the living room. We said no, saying that if he eats his dessert in the living room, we'll take it away. He leaves the kitchen with the cupcake, so I stand up to retrieve it. Only he didn't go into the living room. He sat down on the threshold, legs in the living room, but his upper body, and thus the cupcake itself, was still in the hallway. It was so audacious, I couldn't help but burst into laughter. Kids have some creative and/or unbelievably literal minds. I love the little, what would be out-of-the-box kind of things to adults, but are just like so straightforward to kids. Oh, not in the living room. Okay, yeah, I'm not in the living room. They're unknowingly little malicious compliance masters. Our next story is, Willie Nelson comes back. I just attended a presentation about the Richfield Coliseum, an arena that was in Richfield, Ohio, midway between Cleveland and Akron, from the mid-1970s to the mid-1990s. One of the audience members told this story. Willie Nelson had finished his show, and he wanted to sit outside his tour bus in the parking lot and sign autographs. A security guard told him that he wasn't allowed to do that because the Coliseum's insurance wouldn't cover it, and said he had to leave. Willie got back in the bus headed out of the parking lot, and the guard went back inside the building. The bus left the parking lot, but turned back in at the next driveway and headed for the back of the building. Willie got out with an old lawn chair and sat drinking peach schnapps and signing autographs for the large crowd of fans that gathered around him. When the security guard came out to go home at the end of his shift, he saw the bus and the crowd and angrily confronted Willie. "I thought I told you to leave." Willie replied, "I did, then I came back." I would hope most people would agree with me when I say that Willie Nelson is an absolute treasure. I think what I love about Willie Nelson the most is he's 100% himself, and he is unwavering in who he is and what he believes in. Our next story is, you want less downtime? You got it. I'm a medical interpreter, working from home most days, but at an OBGYN center once a week. In between patients, 1 minute or less, I'm supposed to be checking emails or catching up on training, tidying up my desk, or adding patient data. What that consists of is typing in the time started, time ended, patient's last name, and provider's name. It usually takes me a total of 15 minutes to do all of the above because I'm pretty tidy and organized. Others take 45 plus to do the same tasks. Yesterday, I got reprimanded because I only spent 15 minutes doing this stuff, and the rest is downtime according to the computer. Right now, I'm averaging around 20% downtime per day. Apparently, this isn't good enough. I told them it doesn't take me that long to complete all those tasks, but they insist I be better. Here's what I've done today. Read 1 email, play Tears of the Kingdom, input 1 patient's data, browse Reddit, tidy up, play some more Tears of the Kingdom, look up cute comics on Insta, another email, watch a YouTube video. You get the pattern. I got praised for all the extra work I put in today, despite my new lack of efficiency. I would just say be careful to make sure you can cover up whatever it is you're doing in the heat of the moment. This is a great gig you got going on if you can keep doing it, but you don't want to get caught slacking off. Our next story is, I did exactly what she asked me to do. This happened about a year ago. I was working at an electronics store and was pretty new. One day a lady, funny enough, with the Karen haircut, came in looking for a laptop. After I helped her find the right model, I checked to see if we had it still in stock. Since it was sold out at our store, I told her I could look up if any stores in the area had it or the version with more capacity. Sadly, only a store in a different city around 2 hours away had it. While I was looking up possible locations for the other version, I told her that only the store in the other city had that specific model, but I was checking for the version with more gigabytes. She was furious and in an ironic tone yelled, "Sure, 2 hours is nothing for a freaking laptop." Why don't you just look up the store furthest away from here and maybe on the way back I can take a reroute for an extra hour or two so I can get a laptop cover. I guess it's pretty obvious what I did next. I'm sorry to say the lady did not find it very amusing and left as soon as I said the name of the city furthest away that still had both versions in stock. I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised with the tools that they provide you. You can even identify what is the furthest away. I'm gonna assume if this takes place in the States, that whatever state it was in, you just looked up someplace in the other state on the other side of the country, because there's no way whoever made these tools would have spent the time to program furthest away. This next story is, don't want to pay for my ambulance? How about a helicopter instead? I had an anaphylactic reaction a few months ago and recently received a large bill for being taken to the hospital in an ambulance. Apparently, the ambulance company, while owned by the in-network hospital, was out of network, so the bill was on me. Wanting to avoid this situation in the future, I called my health insurance company to ask what ambulance companies were in-network. That's when I learned that absolutely no ambulances for a 150-mile radius are in network, except for 3 helicopter ambulance companies. So I live in a fairly rural area where many folks are hours away from the nearest hospital, and farm accidents are common, so it makes sense that we have helicopter ambulances. But I live in town, and a ground ambulance is by far the cheapest and easiest thing for everyone, but it's not in network. The insurance representative said that the reason the ambulance wasn't covered was to encourage members to use in-network services. So I said, the in-network option is a helicopter, and I live 3 miles by road from the hospital. Are you sure you want me to use the in-network option? There was a long pause, and she said she had to check with her supervisor. A week later, I got a letter from my insurance company saying that my bill was paid in full. Looks like they didn't want that in-network option after all. I'm a little confused here though, why they would end up paying that bill. Just from my experience, they would say, no, ideally you wouldn't use that in-network option either at all. By the way, are you going to pay your bill? Was OP's threat, if I ever need an ambulance again, I'm going to use the in-network option? And that was enough to make this insurance pay? I'm just surprised that that would work at all, because I would think that whatever insurance would do whatever they can to deny any kind of obligation to pay your ambulance bill. This next story is the toilet seat argument. It's not on the high end of malice, but petty nonetheless. The age-old man versus woman toilet seat argument has happened with my mother, and my sisters, and now my wife. So I, for a while, now put down the seat and the cover, so they still need to at least lift the lid, putting in pretty much the same amount of effort. I point this out to them from time to time so they know how ridiculous it is for them to just not put the seat down when they get in the bathroom. 100% I subscribe to the belief that if there's going to be any kind of argument on the seat up or seat down, you both just put the seat and lid down every time, end of question. It's just the most fair across the board. If that 1 second of lifting or putting down the seat is too much, lid down every time. This next story is, how dare you send me a care package? Take it back. I work at a nonprofit that helps sick people. We provide various services to clients, including supplements. Each client that starts services gets a really nice care package and all the clients rave about them. One day, my coworker took a call from someone that was mad he hadn't received his supplements. My coworker explained the process to receive them, but the client didn't listen, was really rude, and then hung up. A day later, I got a call from the same client. He was angry we had delivered a care package because he wanted supplements. He had still not filled out the form to get them. He stated that the care package was garbage and he didn't want our garbage and that we need to get him his supplements. He stated that he didn't want the care package and we should only send him supplements. I decided to bluff. I told him I was sorry that he felt that his care package was garbage and we would be happy to send out a volunteer to take it back. He said no, he'll throw it away. I insisted we would take it back. I stated I didn't want him to feel like we were just leaving garbage for him to deal with, and we will remove our garbage so he doesn't have to. He said no. I said I'll have someone come by later today. He said please don't take it back. I actually really like it. I just really wanted my supplements. He calmed down and listened while I explained to him that he had to fill out the form. Later that week, he turned in the form and got his supplements. I just love that backtracking. No, I already threw it away. I'll throw it away. Don't come pick it up, please. If you're calling us and you're saying you're so unhappy with our product, we'll be more than happy to come take it back off your hands. I can just imagine he's there with his one little foot stomping like, dang it, that's not what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to cower and say, yes, sir. But with that being said, that's all the time we have for today. Now, if you want to hear another awesome malicious compliance story, check out that video on the left. Or if you missed my latest video, check out that video on the right. That said, I'll see you all next time with some more stories.